In today's video, we will explore a Active Directory chain or a Active Directory set, just like the one on the OSCP exam, comprised of several machines all in one big Active Directory domain. And this chain is completely free, so you can literally just go and grab it. And in this video, I will be demonstrating the full attack chain for this Active Directory chain or Active Directory set, and I hope you will learn a ton, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy. We force you to be system to be able to do this ladder movement, right? The hope is that we find credentials that we can use to do ladder movement, because it's not always hashes that is the path. It just makes sense to check everything, right? So this is a very long line. So let's end test. Wait, sorry. So this is to give essentially output of the users. So we just made a user list file, right? Just to do this. And then we can go back to test. And then we can just append this, like so. So this is a very long PowerShell one-liner that check for common patterns like PWD equals, password equals, username equals, user equals, pass equals, administrator, and then kpatel. So these are also very important because it checks for the users, right? As well, it pretty much checks the entire file system and it ignores some common paths, and it checks for the specific file types. So it will check a lot, but it will not check in there to lead to or to avoid false positives. Most likely you will have to tune it a lot regardless. Files like, or tools like WinPeace won't reliably find all of these things, right? But it's very good in other ways. All right, so we are running as PowerShell. So let's just run this and see what happens. Most likely we'll have to fine-tune quite a lot, but that's okay. So it's going to do a lot of checks. This might also take a long while because it's going through the entire system. Let's say the output is definitely also not pretty around. So we can see that it's going to see users, all users, right? Microsoft, Windows, app repository. So most likely this is something that we would like to add to this exclusion, so it doesn't do that. And then it's also finding some stuff related to administrators. It's also under the user's neck, which is the local user, right? So that's less likely to be something as well, I would say. Yeah, there's the absurd amount of output, but we just want to find ways, right, to trim it down. So let's say. I'm just trying to look at the start, right? So, yeah. So it might be related to this stuff. So I'm just going to immediately add this. Let's once again get another shell. And then let's get back to this file. Run it in the background like so. All right, so you can add a pipe right here to add more paths that you don't want, right? Just make sure that you add double backslashes, like so. We can add this for now. Once again, this is going to take some time and some tuning, but it's kind of what we have to do. So now we have added this to exclusion path and also this as well with double slashes. Okay, so let's try that. You can also redirect output as well. I think that's going to help with some errors as well. But let's run this for now, just to see. Pinch PowerShell again. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so immediately we see, for instance, this looks completely useless, right? And it's repeated a lot of times. And then see users, all users, Microsoft, blah, 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 right? So we're going to add that to the exclusion path as well. I know this is not pretty, but it is still very helpful. Let's add double slashes to this. And then let's add a pipe, right? Because we want to add another entry as well to program data Microsoft. And then let's add this as well. I'm pretty much just removing the thing that seems to make a lot of noise that doesn't seem interesting, right? So, guess let's do that. Copy all of that again. We can kill this. Then let's start another session. PowerShell. Let's run that. So this is the new one with more entries added to not check. We can probably just remove Microsoft altogether. So when it makes a lot of output like this, you kind of want to try to find the files that makes all of the noise. That's it. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more because I don't think this path, for instance, will be useful at all. Like so. Nor this. Okay, so I'm going to add that. Let's try again. Once again, I know it's a bit tedious. Apologies about that. But if it helps, it helps. Let's try it again. Okay. So it instantly found something. Thank God. Okay, so all of this can also be completely removed, right, under neck. So we can do that, but let's see. Okay, so this is the shares, and then app settings, KPotel. Is that a new user that we don't have? So you see something here that could be interesting, definitely, right? KPotel. Let's say, go to nodes. Right. Okay, so we don't actually have that user. So there is information about that user. Which is definitely incredibly interesting. This is so incredibly, like, not pretty, to say the least. And if you find this video useful, then you're absolutely gonna love this. We have a massive, free-to-try, 25-hour plus OSCP course that you can see that people are just absolutely loving. That inside gives you all of the resources that you need to crush the OSCP. We have a massive roadmap that literally covers everything. We cover initial access, privilege escalation, Windows and Linux. We cover Active Directory. We cover post-exploitation. We cover lateral movement. We cover pivoting, tunneling. We cover the exam. We cover the reporting. We cover all of the attacks that you need and all of the techniques that you need for OSCP. We also cover all the rooms that you need to do and all of the rooms just linked inside. We cover Active Directory chains as well. And we literally cover everything. And you will instantly get all of these resources once you join. So click the link down below, try it completely for free. I'll see you inside.